Alright, we are live. What coming in first, weighing at a fit and rip 225 pounds. Black belt in Burlington Jiu-Jitsu, which is a lot like Thug Jitsu, which means I don't really have any skills whatsoever. Creepy Uncle Nick. Woo! And his opponent, fighting out of the pink corner, weighing in at 170 pounds. This Wisconsin State qualifier walks around carrying his girlfriend's bag and trying to make it sound tough by calling it a satchel. Dylan the Villain Peter! Get over here. Ow. Not on me, though. Alright, so I should have, hold on for 1 second. Sorry, guys. There we go. Alright, so we're going to do a review first of the fights of Versus, which were awesome. Yeah, impressive. And then we're going to do some news and discuss Nate Marquardt and all that stupid crap really quick, and then we're going to do our picks for next round, or for this weekend. So, we're going to do our first. Javier Vasquez beat Joe Daddy Stevenson. Joe Daddy, I can't believe isn't cut yet. He's like on a 4-fight losing streak, and he's just been losing all the time, and he really got pretty much dominated. I don't see any signs of him ever improving. So, as our first round being done, what we're doing is shots of freaking deliciousness. There's a little pep in our step because we got a lot to talk about. Yum, yum.
Gimme, gimme.
Alright. Yay! Cheers to being awesome. Alright. The next one. This sucks. Tyson Griffin beat Manny Gambiri by decision. That was a tough fight too.
My eyes are watering.
And since Dylan picked Tyson Griffin and I picked Manny Gambiri.
Already?
Yeah, I have to do it, not you. You're good.
Oh, really?
This sucks. I really recommend not doing this because I got the hiccups already and I'm gonna shit fire later.
But it was a good fight.
Yeah, keep discussing.
Yeah, Tyson Griffin, did he win by split? Unanimous?
Unanimous.
Unanimous, but it was a good fight, but awesome.
Alright, this is gonna be a rough time, man.
Next fight was on the main card. You got
Matt Mitrione
versus Christian Morecraft.
I love the fact that Christian Morecraft was wearing team punishment.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And Matt Mitrione just dominated him. It was a great fight. He wanted to knock him out. Or
Talking
TKO, yeah. In the second round. And they even started talking crap right away. Even before the fight happened, Mitrione came in the ring. And Morecraft came to the center of the ring and started talking smack. It was a good fight. Mitrione showed that he's still improving. He's still got a long ways to go. He's not the top heavyweight yet.
Yeah.
But he's still got, you know, he's improving.
Yeah.
Matt Brown defeated John Howard. This sucks, man.
We both picked Matt Brown.
We both picked John Howard because we're idiots. I really like Matt Brown, and I'm glad he won. I didn't want to see him get cut.
Yeah.
And, but here's
John Howard. He talked to me on Facebook the other day.
OMG.
Yeah, I said good luck for his fight, and then he said thanks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Breaking news right there.
We're like blood brothers now.
Emphasis on blood brothers. Speaking of blood. Here's some blood for you, my brother. Don't fucking dump it, dick. Alright. Here we go. That's number 3. It goes down after. Easier.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't make this pick. Charlie Brenneman beat Rick Story, which sucked for Rick Story. Rick Story had nothing to gain by this fight and everything to lose, and he lost it all.
He was supposed to fight Marquardt.
He was considered a contender, and out the window. Thanks, Marquardt, for your freaking steroids.
Yeah.
Oh, testosterone replacement. You're a roid addict.
Okay.
And damn it.
It was a good fight. Charlie brought him in, took him down, and Story couldn't really get up, but the stand-ups were pretty even, but just the takedowns really made the difference in the fight.
And for one of my picks of best comebacks ever and most exciting rounds, Cheick Kongo versus Pat Barry. What a freaking fantastic fight. This fight could have been stopped 3 different times. Kongo was rocked twice. Looked to be out on his feet a couple times, well, out on his knees, which is my favorite way for a girl to be. Damn it. And then all of a sudden, Pat Barry came in for the kill, and Kongo hit him with a little uppercut. And
right on the button.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you see him Barry, arm stiff.
Yeah.
That was crazy, and it was an awesome fight. I was screaming at the TV. Fantastic fight.
Yeah.
But you didn't pick Cheick Kongo, did you? No, you picked Dingleberry.
Dang it. They should have stopped the fight.
Bottoms up, up. And you get a double helping since the last one. You were stupid. I told you Cheick Kongo was going to win.
Jeez. Okay.
He won. Bottoms up.
To you, Pat Barry.
Oh, there was a couple other, that Nick Lance versus Oliveira. Great fight. And who in the heck was that? Was it Warhead or whatever the hell it was? It looked like his arm was going to get twisted off, actually. That was
Warburton?
Yeah, Warburton. Warcraft. I said Warcraft. That was terrible. I seriously thought the guy was going to rip his freaking arm off, man. It almost like it came back and touched his ear. That was crazy. I was screaming at the TV on that one, too. Don't be a bitch. All right, so, news. Beep, 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 beep. News is all you, buddy.
This week for news, big announcement. We had Jake Shields versus Jake Ellenberger. That's going to be the main event at Ultimate Fight Night 25. That's going to be a great fight with 2 wrestlers, both on the... Jake Ellenberger, I think, is on the rise and super underrated. And Jake Shields, he's a man except when he fights GSP. So that should be a good fight. We'll tell you the predictions later. And then the big story of the weekend, you got Nate Marquardt. Yeah, he got... Dana White was pretty pissed, and yeah, and
this is the second time. I shouldn't say he got busted for steroids. What happened was he was taking that testosterone replacement stuff, and it tested high levels, and he's doing it because he was on steroids before.
Yeah, and
now his nuts don't produce testosterone.
Yeah. Other news, anyways. Chael Sonnen can finally now apply for his MMA license now. Now he's off his suspension, so I'm pretty excited to see him back in action. Like, I want to see him fight Anderson again, but
it's the only fight I want to see. Actually,
yeah,
he talks more shit than what he actually is good.
Yeah. Other news. Yeah. I think John McAdessie got injured, and now Donald Cowboy Cerrone is now fighting Paul Taylor in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we're going to that. We are going to that. And it's going to be a great fight, 2 stand-up wars. And, yeah, I think that's it.
Brett Rogers got arrested today for choking his wife. Kudos on you. Way to tell your wife awesome. And not only that, but he was wearing a pink shirt in his mugshot. A pink shirt. What a fag. And he got cut from Strikeforce right away. He got cut. Pro Elite, the old owner of Elite XC, is coming back with a new organization, which is good because now Nate Marquardt might have a place to fight.
Yep.
And maybe Joe Daddy Stevenson, who should get cut as well.
Yep. Plus, speaking of awesome fighters,
Kimbo. Yeah, Kimbo's making his boxing debut. August 13th. I can't wait to see him get his ass kicked again. They'll give him some scrub because all he is worth money. So they're going to give him some pussy. Not very good guy.
I still love your chest, man. I love the furry chest.
The one nipple. That's it.
And now it's time for Affliction. We're going to choose this weekend winners for the fights. UFC 132.
Yep, we'll start with the Brian Bowles one versus Takeya Mizugaki.
That's going to be on Facebook. I'm going to have to go with Brian Bowles because he's a former champion, and he's beaten Damasio Page twice and Miguel Torres.
45, Jack.
And those are 2 worthy guys, so I'm going to pick Bowles TKO first round.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Bowles too. Takeya Mizugaki has lost. All he does is lose to big names, and he beats guys that aren't so good. So Brian Bowles is a big, good fighter, heavy hands, and he should beat him. And Brian Bowles has beaten a lot of better fighters. Miguel Torres, Mauricio Page. He's only lost to Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, good stuff. On Spike TV, George Hip Hop Soteropoulos.
Anonymous.
Yeah, he's fighting Rafael Dos Anjos. I'm rolling with George Soteropoulos. He was on a big win streak until he lost to Dennis Seaver his last fight, but he has wins over Joe Lozon, Joe Stevenson,
Kurt Pellegrino,
and George Roop.
Yep. He's lost to Dennis Seaver, like you said. I actually think he's a little bit overrated. I think he's pretty good, but I think he's overrated. I don't think he's as good as what they're making him out to be. They're saying he's a possible title contender, and I just don't think he's that good yet. I'm actually picking George Hip Hop Anonymous as well.
Yep. And
my God, that burns.
Yep. Next fight could be on the main card and other cards, but top contender Melvin Guillard faces Shane Roller. And I'm going to go with the favorite Guillard, even though Shane Roller's an All-American wrestler or whatever. I think Guillard's stand-up's really freaking awesome, and his last fight against Evan Dunham showed some awesome speed, like just completely out, like just really fast.
I'm going with Melvin Guillard too. He is fast, better athlete. Shane Roller could give him troubles because he's got great, able to control him down, but I think Melvin Guillard should win it as well.
Yeah, Roller's only defeated like his top guys.
Yeah, Tavares, Jimmy Varner.
Yeah, big deal. And Guillard's beat freaking Jeremy Stevens, T-Bow, Seaver.
Lost to Nate Diaz.
Yeah. But he's beating Gabe Rudiger.
Rudiger.
A favorite fighter. And, so you're picking Guillard?
Yeah, I'm going with the freaking young assassin, Melvin Guillard.
On to the main card. Good fight, I think. Also top lightweight contenders, Dennis Seaver versus Matt Handsome Wyman.
I don't think Dennis Seaver should be a top contender. He beat George Soteropoulos. That's it. He's beat Andre Winter and Spencer Fisher. Not exactly top talent. He lost to Ross Pearson. Not exactly top talent. He shouldn't be on a contender yet.
Yeah.
Guida should be well before him.
I love Guida.
Yes, me too. And if you can't tell, Guida should be up there.
Yeah. And Matt Wyman has wins over Miller and Danzig and Thiago Tavares, but I'm going to go with Dennis Seaver because his striking's pretty good and his spinning back kicks are pretty good.
I'm kind of rooting for Matt Wyman on this one, but I'm going to go with Dennis Silver.
Yeah. And the next fight in the welterweight division, Carlos Condit versus Stung Gung Kim. This is actually a really good fight. Carlos Condit coming off a few fight win streak, 3 I think. He has wins over Jake Ellenberger, who's a tough guy.
Roy McDonald.
Roy McDonald's who's so.
And oi, Dan Hardy.
Yeah. And
that was awesome too. I just want to go on the line and say Dan Hardy was talking a bunch of smack about wrestlers and saying how they're boring. And got knocked the fuck out.
2 minutes.
They lost to Marty Chapman though. That was split decision. He does a lot of last minute victories.
Yeah, I'm going with Cam because he's a good grappler and can control Condit. That's his somewhat weakness, so I'll pick Cam.
I'm gonna pick Natural Born Killer because his jiu-jitsu's freaking outstanding, and you'll be able to beat him in the stand-up as well.
Ortiz is gonna face Bader. I'm gonna go with Bader. Yeah, I'm going with Bader because his wrestling's way better than It's Tito. You gotta go. Sorry,
I'll give Tito a little bit of credit. His losses, he hasn't really been destroyed, and I actually think he kind of might have beaten Griffin the last time, but he hasn't won since 06, and
against Shamrock.
It's time to go bye-bye.
Awesome fight. Could be fight of the year. Chris Lehman versus Vanderlei Silva.
The ex-Madura.
I'm going with Vanderlei Silva. Has wins over Bisping, Jardine, Rampage twice, and Dan Henderson.
He's also lost to Rampage by disgusting knockout. Lost to Franklin. Lost to Liddell. His chin is not so good. The Crippler could test it, but I'm going to go with Vanderlei because I don't think he will test it.
In the main event for the UFC Bantamweight title, Uriah Faber versus Dominic Cruz.
I love Uriah.
I love Uriah too. And Ryan too. She's my favorite.
That's stupid.
But Faber has wins over Eddie Wineland, Jens Pulver twice, Takeo Mizugaki, Cruz has wins over Jorgensen, Benavides, Bowles, and Charlie Valencia. I'm going with Uriah Faber because he has better strike. Or he's my favorite. I love Uriah.
Oh, Dominic Cruz. He's better, more complete, and he will not be hit. Check us out on Facebook, and let us know what you think of our picks.
Write a comment, please.
And make a webpage, please.
I love you.